Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. I'm your host, the Man Beast, and we are in episode number 2 of my Let's Play series of leveling a Pally. Today we pick up right where we left off, which is questing. And for the most part, that's what we're going to be doing here. Probably going to be rolling, like I said, the Holy Pally the entire time. We're going to be doing some dungeons, which I'll talk more about that once we get to level 15. Um, as well as possibly doing some PvP, but for the most part, we're going to go ahead and do these quests. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm killing these Blackrock orcs to get their weapons. Um, I need, I believe, 8 of these. Yes, 8 of these weapons, and I also need to help out poor Miley, or not Miley. I'm thinking of Miley Cyrus because she's always in the news for doing something stupid. Her name's Millie, and this is her vineyard. And these Black Rock orcs have been terrorizing it and putting up fires everywhere. And it's my job to be a fireman and come in and put those fires out. Um, so today, guys, I kind of wanted to talk to you. Last time I was on, I said I had played WoW for 8 to 9 years. I couldn't really remember. It's been forever. Uh, But what did remind me of how long I had been playing was WoW just had their 9-year anniversary of World of Warcraft, and I know I started 6 months after WoW came out. So I've say let's say safely I've played the game for 7 years total because I did take about a year off from playing, and then also a few months here and there where sometimes you get kind of burnt out. You need to change something up. But for the most part, I mean, if you think about it, 7 years to play one game, that's a pretty good commitment. I thought I'd tell a little story as far as how I got into playing WoW, and that all started with my roommates. I actually was not a heavy gamer. Um I rarely played games at all. I mean, I had my PS1, and that was pretty much it. And I think I played Madden all the time. Madden and baseball. Those are my two kind of games. Um, but my roommates, man, 4 other guys living in a 4 bedroom house. Out of those 4, 2 of them played this game nonstop since it pretty much came out. I didn't have my own computer at the time, so I was sharing with one of my roommates his computer, and I'd want to get on there, check my emails and read articles, see what else is going on. And I was never able to get on his computer to use it, which is fine. It was his computer. I mean, I can't really complain. I was using it, and he was allowing me to. But when this game came out, we both worked around the same time. We get home around the same time. He would log right in the computer, and he'd be on it till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. So, as a way for me to kind of get back at these guys for basically not having any other time to do anything else but play this game, when one of them would get up to go to the bathroom or get something to eat, uh, I would hop on their computer, and I kept doing this and doing this and doing this. It's not that hard for them to kick me out because they're like, "Oh, you're not doing much. I'm playing a game. Get off." So what I did was, one of my roommates uh, went to go to the bathroom. I think he went to go to the bathroom, and he left he left his character logged in. And I had sat there and watched enough of him playing to know how to log in, log out, stuff like that. So I go to the inn, which we'll probably see here in this episode. I'll show you what an inn looks like. There's many of them in World of Warcraft. It's basically like a safe little hub for the most part that you can be in. PvP will be a little different, but went to the inn, logged him out, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to create a character. So I created a character. I chose a rogue, which, if you remember from last episode, I really don't like rogues, and that was actually one of the reasons why I didn't like rogues. Uh, Logged in, created a character, started playing, and he comes back out of the bathroom. He's like, "Dude, what are you doing?" And I was like, "Well, I wanted to see what the game's like. I might want to start playing. I'm getting I had actually at that time been saving up uh, money to buy my own computer because I was going to be going to school for computer animation, uh, and graphics and effects and stuff like that. So I was getting this really super stellar computer, and I was like, "Yo, I might want to play this game with you guys. It seems like fun." And at the time, I was really just mocking them, like with how much time they had been spending on this game. I was joking around. So he's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, go ahead and play." So I'm sitting there and I'm playing, I'm leveling, I'm dying a lot, which is quite different now. Uh, Playing the new zones, and it could just be because I've done it so many times that they're no longer really that much of a challenge. Uh, and Blizzard has made it a lot easier for people to just come in and play. But I'm sitting there playing, and I'm basically just doing this to waste his time. And I can see him; he's just sitting there. He's getting frustrated. He's like, "Man, I just want to play." He played a mage, or no, he played a warlock at that time. With my other roommate played the mage. So he's sitting there and he's just like he's chomping at the bit. He just wants to get on the game and play. And he's like, yeah, "Dude, come on, can I get on my game? Can I get on my game?" And I was like, "All right, I've had enough fun." And I log out and he gets on, starts playing. I go do my thing. Next day comes. Weirdest thing happened. That whole next day when I was at work, I was all I could think about was, "Oh, you know what? I'd like to get on there and play again." I don't know. So I come home. I actually get home before him, so I get on the computer and I start playing. He comes home. He's like, "What's going on?" I was like, "Ah, man, I hope you don't mind. I felt like playing." He's like, "Oh no, it's cool. I got some other things to go take care of, and go ahead and play for a little bit." So I'm playing, and he's coming back in like every 5 minutes to see if I'm still playing. See if every time it was like, "Hey, how you doing? You leveling? You dying? What?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just not quite getting it." So he sits there and he tries to help me out, and he's like, "Oh, okay, well, I'd like to play now." I'm like, "Oh, okay, okay." So I log out. He gets on next day. Same thing starts happening. All I can do is think about playing this game. So it turned out to be me just trying to annoy my roommate because he was always playing this game, and I always made fun of him for playing these games. I ended up becoming addicted to playing the game, and not addicted to where I quit my job and couldn't do anything else. And World of Warcraft was the only way I could function. None of those horror stories. I enjoyed playing the game. So I went and got my computer, got it hooked up, went and bought the game. Why, I have no idea, because I didn't have fun rolling a rogue when I played on his account. I decided to go with a rogue, and I think it was because I felt the most comfortable with what little bit I had already been doing in the game. So I was like, all right, I already know how to smash these three buttons and kill mobs. Because let's be quite honest, when you're very first leveling, they want you to learn how to do it, so they don't give you a whole lot of abilities. So you get one ability here, two abilities there. You kind of go around, smack around, see what happens. Um, Started doing that, started playing. Uh, it's a long story, even longer. Uh, I really got started in this game because I wanted to try to annoy my roommate for always playing this game, and it ended up backfiring. And here we are, 9 years later, or 8 years, 6 months later. Here I am, having the account, playing the game. Uh, Now, with all that said, things are quite a bit different now. We've had, let's see, um, World of Warcraft, the original, sometimes called vanilla, which I hate it when people call it vanilla, but it's just what it's called, and even I call it that myself. Then you had the first expansion, which was the Burning Crusade. Um, you had the Lich King, you have Cataclysm, and we're now in Mists of Pandaria. Cool thing right now is if you're watching this and you're going, this game looks interesting, it looks fun, you have it made. I have had to buy the original game and every expansion after it. And we're talking, $50 here, $40, $30. Some people needed to get the super expansion pack, which came with like CDs for music and graphic art and all this other stuff. And those went, maybe $100 or so. I never bought them, so I don't know the exact price in which you could have paid for it. I always bought just the standalone expansions. But now, if you wanted to get started in this, you could actually go onto Blizzard and download the game for free for a trial. I believe it's 10 days, and see if you like it. If you do like it and enjoy playing, they have it to where you can buy. It's the World of Warcraft Battle Chest. It's a digital download that you can get straight from the site, so you don't have to go to the store to get it. There's no CDs for you to keep around. It's all digital download for $20, I believe. And with that $20, you're going to go ahead and get everything except for the last expansion, which was Mist of Pandaria. So you're gonna get original World of Warcraft. You're gonna get the Burning Crusade. You're going to get Wrath of the Lich King, um, and you're gonna get Cataclysm for $20. Uh, Now I do gotta tell you, there's a subscription required. It is a monthly pay to play. If you do it by month, it's like $14.99. But when you do get the digital download, you get 30 days of free game time included. That includes levels 1 to 85. If you want to go to max level, which is 90 right now, you would have to buy the expansion Mists of Pandaria. Um, not a big deal. I think even that's maybe $20 now. So good times to play. Definitely recommend this game. It offers something for everyone, and in future episodes, we'll go ahead and we'll talk a little bit more about certain aspects of the game. Like I've talked about dungeons, PvP. What is PvP? Some of you might be asking that question. Why am I leveling? Why am I questing? What's the end goal? And what? Why am I doing this? So while we play, I'll go ahead and talk more about that. Right now, we're actually in that inn that I was talking about earlier. Here you can set what's called your Hearthstone, which means if you are out questing and you're far away and you want to get back to a certain position, these inns or central capitals, um, they have it to where you can use your Hearthstone, which is the little circle item down there with the little blue symbol on it, and it teleports you back to that place. So I just set my Hearthstone here. We're in Goldshire. We're at the inn. Picked up a few more quests. We're now done with the old, with that last zone we were in. Now we're here picking up new quests, and we're going to start in this zone. This zone is for your level 5s and up. Uh, this right here is a Flight Master. I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. I do have a quest here where I will have to go to Stormwind. And actually, right now, I think this is a good time for me to go ahead and call the episode. We've been going here for, I believe, around 13 minutes or so. And I think I'm going to keep it just for rendering purposes around this time frame. So here we are flying. We're going to go to a major city capital, and that's where we'll pick up next time. There's the front view of it. So I thank you guys for watching. Please hit a like, hit a dislike, subscribe, comment. Let me know what else you guys want to see. And I'll see you guys next time.